talking about this lady for years because the discourse around, like, I'm a person, like, something needs to make sense in order for me to contribute to the discourse. Nothing about the way people talk about Meghan Markle makes sense. Excuse me, Meghan Sussex, because we respect people's names and titles in this household. But why don't weird people know when they're being weird? The way people talk about her, the amount, like, all she has to do is say, boo. Why don't weird people know when they're weird? The discourse surrounding her does not make sense. The punishment never fits the crime. She will do a crumb. She will do a crumb, and it causes pandemonium, chaos, destruction. She's a narcissist. She's a liar. What? I just literally saw an interview of her on the Drew Barrymore show, and it was like one of those like rapid fire question sessions, and Drew was asking her like all these questions, like personal things that like only she would know. People in the comments, she's a liar. How the hell I don't get it. Fun fact, me and her have the same birthday. Notice any reoccurring themes? Whoa, that vein. Just saying. It's getting weird. It's getting weird. And Bethany Frankel, I don't know why you follow me, but step up to the plate. If you knew how to Meghan Markle better than Meghan Markle, you would be married to the prince, but you're not. Who said that? Who said that? No, I'm just saying, like why? I have avoided that woman specifically talking about Meghan Sussex for a while. Like, genuinely gives me a headache. She won't stop. Like, Bethany, didn't you sell the Skinny Girl empire for like you got a pretty big chunk of change. Like, now, I'm not saying that you're not doing that, but if she's not making the moves that you think
Have you ever wondered why the internet loses its collective mind every time Meghan Sussex does, well, anything? Picture this. Meghan Sussex effortlessly conducting an interview with Jamie Kern-Lima, or perhaps signing a card with the HRH title. Seemingly ordinary actions, wouldn't you agree? And yet, these simple moves have the internet trolls frothing at the mouth, spewing their venom across every digital platform available. The vitriol, the bitterness, the sheer audacity of the reactions are nothing short of over-the-top and unhinged. It's almost as if each decision Meghan makes is a personal affront, a calculated move designed to offend. The reality? Meghan Sussex is simply living her life on her own terms, and the internet can't seem to handle that. What's more, the trolls don't need valid reasons to criticize. They just need headlines. Headlines they can twist and warp to suit their narrative, to fuel their hate. The result? Absurd labels like narcissist thrown around with reckless abandon. But amidst this digital chaos, a voice of reason emerges. Jackie Aina, beauty mogul, influencer, and truth-teller, takes a stand. She sees through the absurdity, cuts through the noise, and with one powerful line, she shuts it down. And isn't that the question we should all be asking? Why is it that every time Meghan does something as ordinary as promoting her wellness brand or sitting down for a conversation, the trolls respond as if it's a crime? Why does her mere existence seem to incite such bitterness, such hate? Jackie Aina didn't sugarcoat it, and we appreciate her for that. Because Meghan Sussex doesn't owe anyone silence, and she certainly doesn't owe these bitter voices an explanation. Let's be clear, the hate is weird, the obsession is weird, and the fact that every single moment of Meghan's life triggers this much noise, that says more about the trolls than it ever will about Meghan. Meghan Sussex is living her life on her terms, and the backlash she receives is nothing short of absurd. It's refreshing to see someone calling out the ridiculousness of the situation. Enter Jackie Aina. This beauty mogul and influencer, known for her truth-telling, has been unafraid to step into the spotlight and defend Meghan Sussex. Jackie Aina, an icon in her own right, is no stranger to the pressures and absurdities of the public eye. She understands the game, and she's not afraid to call it out for what it is. Jackie Aina's powerful statement, "Why don't weird people know when they're weird?" is a clarion call to the absurdity of the trolls' behavior. It's a question that cuts through the noise and gets to the heart of the matter. Why do these individuals, these trolls, react in such an extreme and irrational way to Meghan's every move? It's not normal. It's weird. Jackie Aina has boldly highlighted this weirdness, this abnormality, and in doing so, she has given voice to what many of us have been thinking. The trolls' behavior is not just inappropriate, it's downright bizarre. Their obsession with Meghan Sussex, their relentless and unwarranted criticism, their refusal to let her live her life, it's all weird. But Jackie Aina doesn't just call out the weirdness, she also champions Meghan Sussex. She stands up for her, defends her, and reminds us all that Meghan doesn't owe anyone silence or an explanation. Meghan Sussex is living her life on her terms, and no amount of weird online noise can change that. Jackie Aina has made it clear, the hate, the obsession, it's all weird. She has stood up when it counts, and in doing so, she has shown us all what courage looks like. She has reminded us of the power of speaking out, of standing up, of defending those who are unfairly targeted. So thank you, Jackie Aina, for your bravery, your voice, and your unapologetic truth-telling. You've shown us that it's not just okay to call out the weirdness, it's necessary. Because the only thing weirder than the trolls' behavior is letting them think it's normal. Despite the noise, Meghan Sussex continues to thrive. Unfazed by the bitter voices and the wild uproar that seems to follow her every move, Meghan is living her life on her own terms, and it's nothing short of inspiring. Every interview she conducts, every brand she promotes, each decision she makes, she does so with grace and conviction. Her wellness brand is not just a business venture, but a testament to her commitment to positive lifestyle changes and mental health advocacy. Her conversations are not just interviews, but platforms where she fearlessly voices her opinions and stands up for what she believes in. And when she signs a note with her title, it's a subtle, yet powerful reminder of the life-altering journey she's undertaken and the strength she's shown in carving her own path. Meghan isn't just making her mark. She's building an empire, a legacy that is uniquely hers. Yet with every step she takes, the trolls seem to swarm, their reactions bordering on the absurd. But what does this really say about Meghan? Nothing. It's not a reflection of her actions, but rather a glaring spotlight on the trolls themselves. Their obsession, their hate, their inability to digest a woman living her life unapologetically. It's all a testament to their own insecurities and prejudices. Meghan Sussex is more than just a headline. She's a woman of substance, a woman of strength, and a woman who refuses to be silenced by the noise of negativity. And it's this resilience, this refusal to be swayed by the vitriol, that truly sets her apart. Meghan is not just surviving the hate, she's thriving in spite of it. So let the trolls keep trolling, let the haters keep hating. Meghan Sussex will continue to rise, continue to build, continue to make her mark, because at the end of the day, the noise doesn't define her, her actions do. Meghan Sussex is winning, and no amount of weird online noise can change that. It's time to change the narrative and stand up for what's right. We live in a world where a woman's every action, every word, and every decision is dissected and scrutinized. The sheer volume of noise is overwhelming, especially when it's directed at someone like Meghan Sussex, who is simply living her life unapologetically. This noise, the relentless wave of criticism, is not only unnecessary but also incredibly damaging. We've seen the haters and the trolls. We've seen the headlines filled with vitriol. But we've also seen the strength and resilience of Meghan Sussex. She stands tall, unyielding in the face of adversity. She continues to build, to thrive, and to win, despite the constant attempts to tear her down. But here's the thing, Meghan Sussex doesn't owe anyone silence. She doesn't owe the bitter voices an explanation. She owes it to herself to continue living her life, to continue making waves in the world, and to continue being unapologetically herself. That's why it's so important for us to take a stand, to push back against the hate, the obsession, and the weirdness that surrounds Meghan, to support her in her journey, in her life, and in her decisions. This is not about being a fan or about choosing sides. This is about standing up for what's right, for respect, and for dignity. So let's change the narrative. Let's drown out the noise with positivity and support. Let's celebrate the strength and resilience of Meghan Sussex and all the powerful women out there who are doing their thing without apology. By liking, sharing, and subscribing, we can show our support. We can make our voices heard. we can stand tall and strong just like Meghan. And together, we can make a difference. If you're tired of the hate and support powerful women doing their thing without apology, like, share and subscribe. This is what standing tall looks like.